Hi, this is Bob Price. I'm going to share some things that I use that help me with my intuition and how I use it to work with the tarot. I'm going to give you some examples. You know what? You won't find these anywhere else. Only here, same channel here. Because this is some stuff that I'm going to show you that's unique to me and my background. But I think you're going to find it interesting, some of the things I'm going to show you. So I hope that you find that to be true. And thank you for taking a minute to watch my video. Okay, first off, I want to talk to you about Johares window. I'm sure I don't know if you've heard of Johares window. When I was in school, I took classes to learn to be a paraprofessional counselor. So I took a lot of psychology classes, and I'm going to show you what Johares window is and how you can use it to harvest your intuition. So over here in this quadrant here, this is the unknown. I'm putting that in so you can read it. See the unknown. And this is part here that you and others. We're going to go over what that means. And then this is you over here, and this is unknown. Now these quadrants are not necessarily in this position, but it doesn't really matter because this is going to help you with your intuition and you're going to understand how the tarot can help you if someone reads a tarot for you, or you read it for yourself, how this can help you to understand this window. This quadrant up in here, this one right here, this quadrant, this is the part of you that you don't know about and other people don't know about either. It's the unknown part of yourself. An example of that is you may be afraid of heights, but you've never been to the top of a really high building. So were not aware that you would be afraid of heights, but you went on a trip with your workmates and you went to New York City and everybody was excited, and you went to the top of the Empire State Building and you found out, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. I feel like and you start shaking because you didn't know that you had a fear of heights. And other people that were with you didn't know you had a fear of heights either. Both of you learned that at the same time. That's the unknown. That's something that you don't know about yourself and others don't know either. Now this one here, this one right here, is something that you know and others know also. For example, maybe you don't like fish, and other people know that they better not try to talk you into eating fish because you do not like fish. So they know about that, and you know about that. Now here, let's say I put unknown, but this should be really others. Okay, I crossed that out. This here is things that other people know about you that you don't know about yourself. For example, Maybe when you're lying about something, your eye starts twitching and they can see that and they know, I don't know if that person's telling me the truth. They know that about you because every time you get nervous and you start lying about something, that you start having your eye twitch. So that's something in poker that they call a tell. It's something that the person does that they're not aware of, that they do, that reveals something about them. Now this here is something that only you know, that other people don't know. Maybe you know that I don't like to get in front of people and give talks or stuff because it's terrifying to me. And other people don't know that about you because you're able to pretend that you know you're real sociable at work, but inside you're really scared whenever you have to give a talk or something, or you have to present yourself in front of your other people you work with. That's an example of that. Okay, now. So now we're going to talk about intuition. So intuition and the tarot will help you to increase your knowledge. It helps you to increase your knowledge about yourself. Either you reading yourself or you have another person that reads for you. It will help you to be able to understand yourself better. Maybe they'll point out something that you're afraid to make decisions, that you're afraid to take risk. They point that out to you, and it's something that they were able to see in the cards, and you knew this, but you didn't want to deal with it because it was just something that made you nervous every time you thought about it. So through working with them, they're able to help you to be able to realize, I need to get past this so that I'm not afraid anymore by that. Now this one here, others, that's something that other people know that you don't know. Now the tarot will also reveal that to you. It may show you that you're going to be getting in this situation, but you're going to be afraid in this situation. Now other people know that when you get in a certain situation, like when they've tried to get you to go to maybe some of the work activities, it makes you nervous to do that, so you don't like to go and you always make an excuse. I have a headache, or I've got too much work to do to go to the meeting. But if you had a tarot reading, it may tell you need to increase your sociability. This is something that your guides want you to do so that you can branch out and improve yourself. As you get to know more people, then you're going to open yourself up to new positions that you wouldn't have been able to maybe get to without that. Now this is real interesting, the unknown. Something that you don't know, something they don't know. But if you have a tarot reading, the thing about the tarot and your guides is they do know this. They know this quadrant. They know things about you. They know that maybe something is coming up, that something in the next few weeks that's going to be stressful, and they warn you that you need to be prepared. So this is the unknown, but by having that tarot reading, it helps you to be able to be prepared for that. And this right here is you and others. You might be aware of something, like other people know you're aware of that you have that situation, and you have that situation. Maybe you get really impatient really easy, and it doesn't take much to push you over the edge. So, and other people know that too. It's like, boy, I better not push any buttons with Nancy. I don't want to have her get mad, and I don't want to have a big problem with her. So there's a problem where you've got a problem with your patience here. So this is something that other people know and you know. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you think, well, that's their problem. If they can't deal with me the way I am, then that's their problem. But the reality is, as you start growing and progressing, you're going to start to realize that it's not their problem. It's not your problem either. It's something that you need to overcome, because obviously if you are impatient with others all the time, or you don't like being around people, that's going to impact your career. I watched the Today Show. I don't know if you watched that or not, but there was a woman that was like this, that she did not like people. She was kind of impatient with people. And so she decided that she wanted to make a change, and she wanted to change herself. And, you know, a lot of people think, well, you can't change that. It's a basic attribute that you have. But the reality is, she was able to do that. She started changing the way that she thought of things. She started changing the way that she did things. She was able to change herself completely within like a year and a half. It took time. But you know what? She changed herself, and she found this wonderful man that she got married with, and they're real happy now, and they have some children and stuff. So I just want to tell you that you can empower yourself through this. So that's something. Now, you don't have to have a tarot reading to be able to do any of these things in these quadrants. But a tarot reading is a tool that you can use either for yourself, or you can have other people. I know a really good tarot reader. Her name is Nadia, and I watch her quite often. She's actually what I would consider a mentor. I'll put her link in there. If you want to have someone that's really good that can help you, you may think, well, Bob, why can't you read for me? You look like you read tarot cards. You know what? I work every day and by the time I get home, I'm really tired. So I don't have the energy to be able to do that. I'd love to help you, but I just don't have the energy to do it. But the good news is I can recommend Nadia, and I'll put her link in there, and you can book a reading with her, and she'll be able to help you. And she'll be able to help you to answer these questions, like this thing here about what can you do to improve yourself, or what about this thing about what other people may know and you may not know. She can answer these kinds of questions for you. She can help you with all of these quadrants. So the idea of Johare's window is, as you expand out this window and you improve and you grow, you improve yourself and you grow, and you're able to do more things. So that's the beauty of Johare's window. You know what? It is really hot out here. I'm in the garage. This is where I do my projects and stuff, and yeah, I'm sweating because it's so hot out here. But I wanted to take a minute and give you these pointers. I hope you like the video, and if you like the video, share it with your friends. Now, I'm going to put a couple of links in this video. I'm going to put Nadia's link, my mentor that I learned how to read the tarot from, and she does tarot readings, so I'm going to put her link in there in this video. So if you want to have a tarot reading, I would highly recommend her. And the other thing I'm going to put is, I'm going to put the website that I used when I was learning how to read the tarot. So you already know I created my own tarot deck, and I use that deck. I use that deck for my own tarot readings, or I read for other people sometimes, but not often. I usually just read for myself and things. But you know what? There's situations where I can't read for myself because I'm too close to a difficult situation or a stressful situation, and I need to reach out to get input from someone else who's got the gift. So sometimes you have to have other people help you with reading. They can help you maybe see insights that you don't see yourself. Remember, we talked about Johare's window, and here in our discussion today we talked about that.